Hello, good evening, I think, because it's already 6 p.m. in Thailand and 7 p.m. in Philippines.
Philippines.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited indeed. Uh, okay, all the fans, especially our Thai fans, we so excited because I got the very beautiful Jashmin Dimaculangan or Jazz to present to you, or especially to Thai fans and worldwide fans as well. I would like to introduce her a little bit. She is now Binibini, number 23 candidate into Binibini 2021, and she just performed swimming suit preliminary, very excellent, very dashed, and we just love her. So today we're going to know her more, okay, especially Thai fans. So we're going to get some info about personal background and her goal advocacy and everything. And are you ready to give all to all the fans, Josh?
Yes, I'm ready. Thanks for having
Okay,
me.
right. Okay, right. สวัสดีครับแฟนๆ and มาบู hi all the fans. Jazz, can you introduce yourself and say something about yourself to all the fans, please?
Hi, good evening. I'm Josh Dimaculangan, your Binibini 23, representing Albay in a Binibini Philippines 2021. I'm currently 25 years old, and this is my first time in Binibini, so hopefully I would get a crown this year.
Oh wow. Okay. As far as I learned, there are quite several clouds. Do you have any specific cloud that you vying for, Jazz?
Yes, of
Just
course.
tell fans the truth,
I do.
please.
Can you hear me clearly?
I'm Josh.
Yes. I say that just tell the truth to the fan. What kind of crowd are you looking for?
Well, to be honest, I want the international crown and the Miss Grand international crown.
All right. So you're focusing on international crowd. And probably, if you keep follow my program, you might, watch Miss International here. So you might get some idea from the current queen. Okay, Jazz. I think that a lot. Normally, Philippine fans will already knew about your history. Would you mind to tell your history and bio, your background to worldwide fans and especially Thai fans, because Thai fan is quite excited about you. You're so beautiful indeed.
Okay. So I graduated with a bachelor's degree in commerce and business administration, major in marketing management from University of Santo Tomas, Manila. And I first had a try in pageant when I was in college. I was a representative to a collegiate pageant, and surprisingly, I won. So that's when I decided that I wanted to pursue pageantry. So when I graduated, I trained with Kagandahang Taurus Camp, if you've heard of it. They've been training beauty queens for years now, and they've trained me for years up until now in my Binibini journey.
Okay, right. Can I ask you what actually majoring did you study in commerce?
It's major in marketing management.
Okay, marketing management. Okay, I'm very I'm very weak at marketing because I'm a finance person. I'm finance. So about your profession, have you ever been working in your academic field before, or you just get start into modeling things and pageantry?
Well, when I graduated, I worked for Mercedes-Benz Philippines in the client relation department for 1.5 years. And it was a very good corporate experience for me. And also, it is a good experience for my in the marketing field. And then after that, I decided to focus on pageantry because the pageantry here in Philippines is very if you say lucrative. So, girls make it as a career. I think that's the same thing in Thailand, right? Like it's a career for young girls.
I think we just coming, okay? Not that established in terms of
Really?
lucrative, okay, aspect, but it's coming, especially this year with Amanda, because Amanda become like very much commodity at the moment. She got very hectic after she came back. So I think after this year is going we going to follow like the footstep of Philippines about pageantry will make a big money for all the girls, because now today quite a lot of girls in Thailand interested in joining pageantry as well. Because they see like they might not see like finance aspect clearly, but they see like more door opened to other field like entertainment industry, a sort of.
Yeah.
uh-huh that's the thing. And do you follow Thai pageantry, Josh?
Yes, yes, I do. I've been following Miss Universe Thailand for the past year, and I was rooting for Amanda, so I was so happy that she won, and I supported her together with Rabia also during her Miss Universe journey.
That's right. The same, because now today there's a increasing number of Thai fans following of Philippine pageantry, especially Binibini 2021 this time. And such as Samantha Bernardo got huge
Mm-hmm.
fans, after
Yes.
Miss Grand International anyway. And um I wrote sorry, I read about your bio in Binibini. Okay, I saw quite interested because your advocacy is anti-bullying, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay. And you repeat several times that you has been through quite a severe bullying in the past. To be honest, I was in awe because I couldn't imagine how could you be bullied. In what kind, and in what year at the time? What aspect of your life being bullying? Because you're so beautiful and smart as well.
Thank you. But it happened when I was in high school. And of course, when I was in high school, but sorry, I'm kind of thinking in Filipino. But when I was in high school, girls are a bit mean and they can be very subjective. They don't see how pretty you are. It's just that whether they hate you or they like you. So some girl decided that she don't like me, so the whole school went against me, and basically I was left with no friends, and it really affected my mental health. And there was a time that I hide in the bathroom just so they don't pick on me. It was that bad. And that's when I decided that if ever I'm given a big platform to raise awareness about this social issue, I would do so. And when I first tried pageant, I had the opportunity to talk about anti-bullying. That's when I thought that maybe I can take this to the next level and join nationals and, carry my advocacy with me.
All right. Okay. So, I mean, your advocacy is exactly the same as the now retired legendary beauty Thailand beauty queen, Veena Pravina Singh. Okay, she just was officially engaged yesterday. So she entirely
Wow.
retired. And I'm heartbroken. I'm telling you.
Why?
Oh, because I'm her fans. A lot of Thai fans would love her to, to compete further and get a crown
Yes.
because she's not a crown. But she very, she advocating about anti-bullying. For very long time, and that's why I found interesting about your advocacy. I think what I interesting in you, Jazz. Why you bullying? Because I think you're too pretty. Probably, isn't it? Too
Well,
pretty. And
thank you.
I mean, in Thailand, if there would be some case of bullying, it probably you sort of too plump, okay, or got a lot of acne or something. But I still think that you're probably too pretty, and that's why people just jealous of you, and you just fear of being social, being
That's
social.
sweet.
So how long have you been been through this until you overcome it. Can you
Well,
give like a trick to someone that's still been in that situation, so
yes.
they would get you inspired as the inspiration?
Well, it happened during my senior year in high school. So it was really embarrassing because I'm no longer a kid. I'm almost a lady going into college, and this happened to me. And so it happened for a year. But when I stepped into college, I made a fresh new start. And that's when I made genuine friends who really cared and supported me. And I was able to share my story, and I was able to, become vulnerable, and through sharing my stories with them, I feel that I inspired some girls along the way. So it was really fulfilling for me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's quite, I think it's quite paradoxical because you're fighting anti-bullying, but you have been engaging in the mid of industry which which involve
Yeah.
with bullying. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so how can you treat yourself to be like to be living satisfactory among a pool of bullying?
Yeah. Well, that's a very good question because I advocate for bullying, and yet I'm in an industry where we're subjected to that because we put ourselves in the public and we put ourselves in the position to be judged. However, I feel that there are ways where we can avoid it, and that's why I always, spread encouragement and good vibes in my Instagram page to let everyone know that bullies are not welcome on my social media accounts, and that that's not something that I would tolerate. So yeah, I think those are the steps that I've been doing at the moment.
Okay, so in case if somebody put some irrational comments on your post in your personal area, so what should you do, or what recommendation would you give to other account as well?
Well, I feel there is this new feature on YouTube and on Instagram. Though on Instagram, I don't think that it's available on everyone, that you can block certain comments on your page. So if you find a specific word that's very offensive, you can just, when the moment that someone types it on your comment section, it would be automatically blocked. But for me, actually recently, someone just tagged me on a very, very mean comment, commenting about my face or my flaws. And
Hang
for a
on,
while,
hang on.
yeah.
Jess, I would like to know what kind of bad comment about your face. Okay, I will give you justice. Okay, and let me hear first.
Well, the past year I suffered from severe stress, so I had a bit of acne. It was not really that bad, but since we were in activity for Binibini, fans actually get to meet us, so they get to see our skin. Although it was very hormonal and something that I couldn't control at the moment, some people take it against me as if it would let me down. But to be honest, no one's perfect, and we all have our bad days. Even us beauty queens, we're not always picture perfect even in person. So I don't really get offended by that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay, I will act like a judge. Okay, for decision. It's just silly. Okay, all the one that
Yeah.
made that comment to you, because we all have acne. Once in a while. So I think it would be blessed to see your beauty queen in person in natural way. We should rather appreciate the infection. Uh-huh. The
Yeah.
imperfection.
Yes,
It's
that's correct.
okay. And when we can go to clinic and have some
Mm.
cleansing or
Yeah.
something, and it just become normal.
Hmm.
So stop, try to make a very silly comments on appearance to my jazz. Okay, all that's
You're
fine.
so
Okay,
sweet.
change your mind.
Yeah.
Change your mind. It's a
Thank you. You're
deserving.
so sweet.
Okay, thank you, Jazz. And Jazz, can you tell me about your training? Where do you train? Do you have
I,
like a camp or something?
yes, I'm under Kagandahang Flores Camp, if you've heard of it. They've been training a lot of beauty queens over the years. One that they trained before is Gazini Ganados, Rachel Peters, a lot. Janice
Samantha?
Lobina, Samantha Bernardo, yes. I've trained with her a
Mm,
couple of times.
yes.
And before our swimsuit presentation, we've actually had a couple of in-person training for our pasarela. That's why I feel all of us from the camp gave our best walk. But aside
Mm-hmm.
from that, lately we've been doing Zoom meetings to enhance our public speaking, and discussing current events, especially here in the Philippines, that after the pandemic, a lot has changed. So we have to stay informed.
That's right. So I'm not to be mean, okay, but I try to be realistic. If I asking you to introspect in yourself, in what part of you need to be improved in terms of performance?
Mm, Of course, we're not perfect, so there are still things that I want to improve. Judging my swimsuit performance, while I feel that I have my full energy, I still feel that there's a little bit more that I can push, and maybe that's something that I should reserve for the coronation night, because of course you can't always, lay your cards all the time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's also good that I was able to watch myself and maybe get a little more fit. So in the camera, all angles of my body would be good. So yeah, those were the things that I would improve.
Is that your natural smile at the beginning of your presentation in a swimming suit? Couple of days, is that your natural smile, or is or it has been trained to be like that?
I would say I'm naturally a jolly person. I'm always smiling, but before I would smile so much, like all of my gums would be out. So I learned how to tone it down a bit so it would look prettier on pictures. But I'm just always smiling.
uh, I mean, I'm asking you this because that smile caught me strikingly. That's that kept me watching you until the end of your presentation, because
Wow,
yeah, I feel that your smile is so natural. It's enticing, inviting, and lovely,
thank
full of
you,
energy, and especially it's natural. That's
thank you.
important thing. That's why I put you, in my list of MGI suitor, because you're sassy, and you
Hmm.
energize, so that's why,
Thank you.
and and to be honest, Jazz, I rarely knew you before, okay, until swimming suit. So you perform excellent. And can you tell me about that day on your performance? How do you feel? Were you excited before you make the first step? And
Yeah.
would you feel intimidated, because you were among a very best ladies, in the country?
Mhm. Well, my trainer actually told me the day before. We had rehearsals the day before, and he just told me that you should just enjoy yourself. Give your best, but still try to enjoy yourself and not act as if it's a show. Because if you calculate your steps, if you count your turns, it's going to look scripted, and the connection between you and the audience wouldn't be there. So just establish connection with the camera, and it would show on your walk. Also, um,
Mm.
I was the first one in our batch, and if you watched it, every time there's a batch, Samantha would walk before us. So I was the first one. The one thing that I was a bit intimidated is that I was walking after her. Like she would, roll her favorite thingy, and then the next girl would come. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be next to Samantha, so I have to, give my full energy, because if her energy is up here, and then when I enter the camera, then I would look like super too timid, people would notice. So I think that motivated me. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I watched some of your interview lately, and I'm very surprised and fall in love how you convey your thought. You're very good how can I say conversationalist.
Conversationalist.
Yes, that's right.
Thank
You're very
you.
good talk. So can you tell me what area outside anti-bullying are you actually interested?
As beside from my advocacy,
Yes, that's
well,
right.
I'm from Bicol region, Albay is within Bicol region. I'm very interested in exploring the islands there because Philippines is like 1,000 islands that you can always
Mm,
explore. So
mm,
whenever I go back to my province, I always
mm,
make sure that I visit a place that I haven't visited before, and
mm,
promote it through my social media. Use hashtag that would help my province's tourism because
mm,
those simple steps could really help my local government.
mm-hmm. And can you tell me more about Mayong Wakano? And what probably your senior before and the world
Yeah.
practitioners beauty queen. Who's that?
Sorry, the
Katrina Gray, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
She's
Uh-huh.
from
So
Albay.
yeah, she from Albay as you, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So now are you based in Manila or you just came back and forth to Albay and Manila?
Yes. Right now I'm based in Manila, but I go back to Albay if ever, it's the schedule is very, very wide and I have a lot of days free. But right now that Binibini has already started and we have a couple of activities that we have to go to, I have to be in Manila.
Right. So just what kind of beauty queen um in your imaginary that you would love to crown her?
What kind of beauty queen I want to be? Okay.
No.
That.
If you have authority to crown someone, what kind
Mm.
of beauty queen you want to crown her?
Okay. So for me, a beauty queen that's deserving to be crowned is someone who is authentic. She is
Mm,
real. Of course, the physical beauty is already there because we wouldn't be here if we aren't all beautiful. But aside from that, she has a very strong advocacy, and that's her focus. Because
mm,
us beauty queens, it's not just about the physical looks, but it's also about what we can bring to the table and what differences we can make with our title. And I
mm.
believe I am her.
Okay, right. So, do you believe in the power of women that women can, change the world landscape with their own hands?
With the power of woman. Yes, of
Yes.
course, I believe in the power of woman. It has been proven time and time again the changes and the impact that women have made to the world. One thing that I would set as an example is Pia Wurtzbach. She
Mm,
has taken her advocacy to a whole nother level. Her advocacy is HIV awareness, and
mm,
it has definitely, changed the perception in HIV here in the Philippines, and it's no longer a taboo. There has been a lot of testing centers made available to everyone, and testing for it is no longer scary. And if you look back 10 years ago, it's not possible, but with her help and with her effort towards this social issue, it has been, quite easy and possible for us.
mm-hmm. So now today in the world issue, they always seeking opinion for women. Uh-huh. That I feel that women has increasing more their own power and authority, and such as I think the most popular issue now is probably LGBT. Are you LGBTQ ally?
Yes, of course, I am. I feel that gender equality and respect, regardless of your sexual orientation, gender, and identity shouldn't be an issue, and it shouldn't be an advantage nor a disadvantage to any work, dreams, or opportunities that you would like to achieve.
Mm-hmm. And do you agree about legalized same-sex marriage?
Well, here in the Philippines, it's not yet something that thing, but I do feel that civil union is proper, but we are a Catholic country, so I think it's going to take a long time before my country would be ready for that. But I feel that
Mm-hmm.
civil union that protects both parties would be
Mm-hmm.
beneficial to both.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And what about would you agree if the all born female pageant allow LGBTQ, I mean transgender to to participate with the all born women? Do you
Of
agree?
course, yes, I do feel that they have the right to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been allowed in Miss Universe, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really change much in the competition. Like, there isn't really any negative impact on the girls. So I do feel
Mm-hmm.
that there's nothing really wrong with it.
Mm. That's right. So, is there any transgender joining, the all-born female pageantry at the moment in Philippines?
Not that I've heard of, but I do think that it's been a hot topic lately, most especially Miss Universe Philippines screening has already started, so it's being talked about, but I haven't really confirmed if there are any transgender applicants.
All right. So, do you have any favorite hobby, Jazz?
I do. I love listening to podcasts about self-improvements, informing myself how to control my emotion. It's very important, especially in pageantry. We're always faced with a lot of pressure, a lot of opinion from other people. So it's very important to be self-aware of how you feel and how you process those comments and knowing which one to absorb and which one you shouldn't entertain. So it's a constant battle, but as you go along with it, you get pretty good at it.
Okay, all the fans. In the caption, if you read in the post, I said that you all should keep listening carefully about all jazz talking because I'm going to give some rallies gift to the lucky one who can answer the very simple question about jazz. So you should keep listening what I'm asking, and jazz returned the answer. Okay. So what kind of color do you normally wear, or favorite one?
Should I answer it now?
Can you give some choice? Yes, you can answer it now because so
Or,
they will have a
or
lot of answer, in their mind, and I will pick, the question at the end, so they might
okay.
get confused.
Okay, so maybe I should give like a hint so that they could guess, right?
Yep.
Well, one thing that I wear is light color, very basic. So that's all I'm gonna
Mm,
give for now.
wow, that's very hard hint. Even me, I couldn't really tell.
Sorry.
Is that is it blue? Is it blue?
No,
No.
no. It's very
Okay.
light. It's very
Very
light,
light.
very basic. And
Okay. Okay, all the fans. You send me the answer, okay? DM me the answer in both Facebook and IG, okay? Who actually the first giver of right answer will receive the T-shirt of Pavina Singh advocacy, which is the same advocacy as jazz and Thai bullying. Okay. Because now I'm promote jazz advocacy and Thai bullying.
thank
I'm very
you.
supportive of jazz. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
the gift will be T-shirt, the sign. Okay, the sign and written T-shirt by Pravina Singh. Now she no longer compete. So you will never ever have it anywhere in the world, okay, except here from admin code. So keep listening, all the just hinting, okay. And the first question, very easy. What kind color just prefer? And she hinting that very light, very light.
Very
Okay,
basic.
and very basic. Okay, DM me. Okay, both IG Go Panasa and messaging to Facebook KP1 Worldwide. Whoever I receive the right answer, I will send it to from Thailand to Philippines. Okay,
Wow.
I will make it for real. Okay,
There's a
this is
giveaway.
yeah. It's the first gift, okay, and the next gift will be a mask, the face mask of Praveen Singh as well, which is promote anti-bullying advocacy, which Jazz promoting. Okay,
Thank
waiting for
you.
the next question. Okay, going through. Jazz. So I might ask you straightforwardly from your performance, would you think that you satisfied with your performance lately?
Sorry if
Would you feel satisfied with your performance lately?
Of course, yes. I was very satisfied because I feel that what I did was different and it's me. It's something that I've trained for and it's my signature walk, just solid poses, strong walk. That's where I'm good at. So that's what I focused on, my smile, my facial expression. So when I look back, although there are things that, I can improve because of course there's always room for improvement. But when I look back, I'm very happy with it. My trainers are very happy with it. So
Mm. Mm. So, do you have any role model in pageantry?
yes, I do. I really look up to Pia Wurtzbach, as I've mentioned her before, because she's really an icon here in the Philippines. After so many years, um, she got the Miss Universe title, and her life story is very relatable because if you know, she joined 3 times in Binibini Filipinas before she actually won. And I guess it gives hope to girls like me who, came from no pageant experience to deciding to join Binibini and then getting the main crown. So that's really the dream.
Mm-hmm. So, you start from knowing nothing, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
When
wow.
before I joined in college, I didn't
Yeah.
really had any experience at all.
Mm.
But when I tried it, I won my first pageant. So that's when I realized that this is something that I could be good at and maybe make a career out of it.
Mm-hmm. Your message is actually universal. Okay, it's not only Philippine wise. Can you give some inspiration to worldwide fans, especially Thai fans as well? Because nowadays, Thai girl would like to join, but they got questionable of themselves that they wouldn't know how to start with, and they probably don't have enough resource. So how should that a lady in some sort of category
Yeah.
will start their pageantry life?
Yes. Well, of course, you have to start somewhere at first. So any small pageant would do just to get your feet in the water. Like me, after I joined my college pageant, I joined a lot of pageants in my province. And I feel that gave me that experience to be more ready, more brave. So when the time that I stepped into national, I would have that, ammunition of experience within me. But one advice that I could give is to just go for it. Don't double think your decision. If you feel that it's gonna make you happy, then just do it. And if you don't have resources, well, I have to be honest, when I was in college, I didn't really had any. And I worked in Mercedes-Benz Philippines. As I've told you before, I saved up my money so that I could fund my pageant career. So it really takes work. So you have to be committed 100%, and you'll definitely reach your main goal.
So that's very good advice, but for someone like me that who never imagined to be like a beauty queen or something like that, because I think it's still very high risk taking, mission anyway.
From your
So that's
financial mindset, maybe that's very high risk.
yeah, that's right. That's why I'm really admirable of all beauty queen that they dedicate themselves
Yeah.
very hard to into the pageant, because they like to spend a lot of money from their
Mhm.
saving to join, and they're only just top 5 places to be recognized
Yeah.
mostly, right? And
Yes.
just only crowd,
I know.
so yeah, yeah, that's
Definitely, it's
why.
a gamble because you
Yeah,
don't have any assurance.
yeah,
You would gamble your, it's like you're investing in yourself and into the journey. But
mm,
the thing is, that's why it's very important to enjoy yourself along the way. Because if you
mm,
don't get the main crown, at least you learn something that you could use on your next endeavor, on your next project. But if you don't enjoy yourself and you just keep yourself, you know, like you're just your eye is on the prize, and then when you don't get it, it's like you lost everything. But if you just, you know, have fun with it, gain a few genuine friends, then that's for life, right?
mm. Jazz, I would like you to give some, like some teaching lesson to some kind of person that I knew. That's still like some outback person that still think that beauty queen is like a lady who always dress nice, and compete for the greater opportunity into getting a man, a rich man, and get married, sort of, and have an easy life. So I think that's totally wrong. But they wouldn't, I couldn't change their mind, because probably I don't have any authority to speak. I'm not the one, competing. Because I believe in you, and you got a very good talker. Can you tell that kind of person, especially in a man, okay? The archaic, very archaic man, about this thing. Can you teach them a lesson and change their perspective on beauty queen?
Oh, well, of course, us beauty queens were always known, and I have to say we attract like suitors. But to us, for me at least, my parents always told me to never sacrifice your value for
Mm,
something that, like for money or what. So I've always known my worth. So it's not
mm,
something that I actually look at. I look at the person's heart and if they would love me for who I am, regardless if I'm a beauty queen or not. And if I
mm,
really see that they're sincere
mm,
and, being a Binibini Filipinas isn't really a factor to them, then that's the man for me. But I couldn't speak for the girls who choose to be with some men because it's their life, of course. And
mhm,
maybe they see something very good in that man, so we can't judge really.
mm, mm. So I mean, probably this kind of toxic thinking may come from something that they just can't reach. I think so. For someone that I knew that got this sort of a very old-fashioned thinking, you already heard the very powerful and the very poignant message from Beauty Queen. Uh, I hopefully it will change your perspective on Beauty Queen. They have something to offer more than just a pretty face. And
Yes.
yes, and just if you got a power, even if you have a crown or probably more than a crown, what would you? What is the first thing you're going to change?
Well, I would once that I have a crown, of course, I have more reach and I have more audience and I have more backing to partner up with big organizations that could fight and further prevent bullying. Right now, I'm looking more into cyberbullying because since the pandemic, everyone has been at home. So we've all been communicating through social media, Facebook. So once I get the crown, there are some projects that I have on my mind that, would really further the advancement of prevention of bullying.
Mm-hmm. And Jazz, would you mind to shout out to page Team Pageantry United PH? They're my allies, and they, are my supporter at the beginning. I
Yeah.
love them so much. Can you shout out to them? Team Pageantry United PH.
Okay. Hi, Team Pageantry United PH. Thank you so much for supporting us and for tuning in into this interview. And yeah, thank you.
And also, can you shout out to Jackie Yu because she is Thomasian.
Oh, wow. Same school as me. Hi, Jackie, you, my fellow Tomasian. I can't believe that someone from my school is watching me right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's plenty. I can tell you because I got some information from her. She's my friend, and I just in awe because your automata is a ancient oldest established
Yes.
university. 400 years. Oh, I got
Mhm.
goosebumps. It's unbelievable. That's
Yes, it's a very old university.
Yeah, that's right, and very prestigious. Because she told me a lot of things, a lot of contribution that your automata gave back to the society, just like distribute a lot of scholarship to the student who excel academically.
Yes.
That I really admire.
Yes.
Really admire,
Thank you.
indeed.
Also, I want to share that I'm very thankful for my university, University of Santo Tomas, because it has given me a fresh new start. And that's where I tried my first pageant. And that's when I discovered my big dream is to become a beauty queen. So I'm very thankful for
อืม
that.
สวัสดีครับ Automation
Sawadika.
and I wish that KP1 Worldwide and Admin Code, which is me, would have Automation as followers afterward. Okay.
Let's see. I'm already a follower. I'm a Tamashan. We already
All
have
right,
one.
that's good. That's good. And Jazz, I wonder about when you mentioned about cyberbullying at the moment. I mean, would you afraid of like to express your opinion in the cyber, and that probably sometime that could hurt your fan base as well.
Oh,
Uh huh.
yeah. Well, of course, there are some opinions that I would say that not everyone would agree on. But I
Mm,
feel that as long as I communicate it from a place of love and from a
mm,
very positive place, I feel that it's
mm,
not going to be, taken negatively by my audience. And if they do, then maybe a very healthy discussion would help. But,
mm.
a good communication is definitely the key.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I got some question from fan. I'm quite not sure is that inappropriate. But if it's inappropriate, you cannot you allow not to answer. Okay.
Okay.
Some fans, especially Thai fans, DM me ask, are you available in the market?
No, sorry. I'm
No,
not.
sorry, fans. Oh no, that's all. They send heartbroken.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but anyway, she's still be the queen. And that's an old question in the past on the Miss Universe about a pregnant woman should be eligible to perform their duty as a Miss
Mhm.
Universe.
Oh,
Do you agree with that or disagree?
well, for me, the essence of being a woman is being able to bear a child. So if ever she becomes pregnant during her reign, then I don't think that it's appropriate to dethrone her. But we should also take into consideration like her health, if she's able to physically fulfill her duties, because we all know that for, most especially for being a Miss Universe, the activities there are like very hectic. So if she can physically do that and with doctor's permit, then why not? Why stop her?
That's a very good question. I just feel, stunning because you're very good at, threading the needle. Very,
Yeah.
very good talking. I
Well, for
can
me,
never.
I try to, compromise and look at both sides before I answer. So I make sure that I don't hurt anyone.
Okay. Jazz, do you think that what kind of attribute or what kind of aspect that we should treat to each other in the society to to reduce the anti-bullying problem?
I feel that one thing that we should always take into consideration is not just tolerate, but accept one another. We should accept, that we're all different and we should embrace diversity, that we're always, going to have a different religion, different culture, and that's okay. Instead of arguing with one another, we should just learn from each other. And, that could really help us grow as an individual.
That's right. That's very nice. That's very nice. Have you been to Thailand, Jazz?
Yes, yes, I have. I forgot the year. I think 2017. I was there in Bangkok. It was so good. I want to come back. Hopefully, after the pandemic, I can visit again. Where are you
Right.
in Thailand, by the way?
Yes, in Bangkok. Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
okay.
was in Bangkok. So how many times have you been to Thailand?
Twice. One in 2016, and the other one is the year after 2017. Because my brother is based in Cambodia. He's a teacher there. So from time to time before the pandemic, me and my parents visit him. But we always make it a point to, stop over at Thailand because there's just so much good, place to see. The food is good, the people are nice, so it's a very good destination.
Okay, all the fans, keep reminding, okay? It could be another question around here, okay? How many times has
Oh,
just been to Thailand? It can be a question, okay? Uh-huh. It can be a question. And go on. Uh-huh. And if you you came from Albai, and I'm quite not sure if I'm correct. Albai is its main economy is about agriculture and handicraft, isn't it?
yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, Albay has been very progressive, so we have been urbanized. There is a city that is very progressive, but there we also have our agriculture that's self-sustaining.
If you would like to say something to invite Thai, okay, or foreigner to visit Albai, what kind of message do you want to say?
Well, of course, you wouldn't regret it if you visit Albay. Aside from the gorgeous Mount Mayon, it's like you have the best of both worlds. You have the very good scenery from the farm to the Mayon volcano, but you can also have, the luxury of the city because in Legazpi City, it's technically like Manila, but a lot more calmer. So it's
Mm,
like they have buildings, they have malls, but when you go into the other side of Albay, it's like a different province. So it's very good. I
mm.
highly recommend. Yeah.
Yep. I would love to go if I have a chance one day.
Let me
Anyway,
know.
okay, please, Jazz. I will. And Jazz, have you been contest in Miss Earth before, right? 2014, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
After I graduated.
Right. At the moment, I'm also involved with Miss Earth Thailand as well because I'm doing some
Oh.
media, and contacting in association with mentor of Miss Earth Thailand as well. In terms of the problem of environment in the world at the moment, if you would like to, if you have a power to solve environment problem, what aspect do you do first, or do you want to promote first?
Well, global warming and, facing environmental issues are very broad. issue because it's global. But one thing that I would like to focus on is educating families how they can conserve water, save energy in their household. Because I
Mm,
feel that if everyone is aware of the small things that they can do to contribute to saving Mother Earth,
mm,
if it becomes a collective effort, it could really make a very
mm,
huge difference
mm.
in our environment. So I feel that, eating less meat, conserving water, making a compost bin, if everyone is doing that, then I can say it's going to be a very big difference.
Oh, yes, I can tell you, you're very intelligent and visionary lady indeed. Because,
Um,
um, plant-based diet or eat less meat, I do believe it will reduce the global warming
yes.
possibility. The pollution, a lot of pollution has been spread from this kind of industry. I mean, if we go for the green, if we become a greener, I think it would help the world in somehow. And Jazz, have got vaccinated? It's quite personal, but under COVID, I think it's okay to ask.
About,
Vaccinated,
oh,
vaccine.
vaccinated. Yes,
Yes.
yes, I have been
Uh,
here in our city. I'm very grateful that vaccine has been made available here in our country, and a lot of people are getting it if you just get registered online. So it's
mm-hmm,
very easy now. So yeah,
mm-hmm,
I'm for it, and I feel that it would really, help prevent the spread of COVID. How
mm-hmm.
about you?
For me, I got book. I book on the 1st of July. And I will take the first jab on the 1st of July. Hopefully.
Good
Because
luck.
the schedule of injection has been postponed for quite some, several times over
Really?
the year. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And if you got only two choice in the limited condition, would you agree? Which would you agree most um, like the brand selection of
Mm.
vaccine and the fastest availability to offer? Which one would you go for the first?
I feel that the best vaccine is the available vaccine. I feel that they wouldn't have been released and produced if they don't pass a certain standard. So I
Mm,
can't really make a judgment for myself because I'm not a scientist. So I trust the government and their standard. And I think that us people should also give our trust to the authorities because
mm-hmm.
they're only looking after us after all.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, at least you got protect, okay, at certain level. If the vaccine, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, if vaccine available, if you can, you go for it. I
Yes.
mean, we rather take the chance. At least we got protect, and we can go on with our life.
Mhm.
And after like economy get going and everything probably would go improve. And Jazz, do you have any message to say to the fans? Because the time is going fast, because
Yeah,
I would love
yeah.
to talk with you the whole night.
I,
You
I
are
also didn't
very,
notice it's been an hour already.
yeah, that's right. You're very, very smooth operator, very smooth operator indeed.
Thank you.
So would you have any kind words to
Yes,
foreign fans?
yes.
For Philippine fans, probably, at the last, because a lot
Yes.
of I would like to promote you to foreign fans and Thai fans. You're so
Okay.
beautiful.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to our interview. I hope you had fun and you got to know me more. And you can follow me on my Instagram, Josh Dimaculangan, and on my Facebook is Josh Dimaculangan as well. And to all the Filipino viewers, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Sa mga kababayan ko sa Bicol, maray na banggi sa Indogobos. Maraming salamat sa pagpanonood.
Wow, wow, wow. You got already ton of Thai fans already. And you're so beautiful and very nice. Very nice, has a very nice thought. And I repeat the question. Okay, how many times Jazz been to Thailand? Repeat again, all the fans for another gift. Face mask created and promote anti-bullying advocacy by Pravina Singh. How many times has Jazz been to Thailand? Okay. The first question is what the basic and light color Jazz really love
I'm
it.
gonna say it now. Can I
Pardon?
say it now? Can I
Yes,
say my
yes.
favorite color now? It's color white. I'm always wearing white.
Okay, white. Okay, okay, white. And who will be the first responder? Will get the teacher signed by Parina Singh. Okay, and the second question, Jazz already told in the interview how many times Jazz been to Thailand. Okay, who's that? Who's going to be lucky one? Okay, and Jess, would you mind to say out loud that how would you feel to be interviewed by me, which is Thai and admin of KP1 Worldwide, but actually my fans mainly Filipinos. How do you feel
Wow.
today?
I'm so honored and happy. The interview is so great. I feel that I have conveyed my advocacy more, and people got to know me a lot more personally. And you're very nice and very encouraging. So I was able to, speak my mind comfortably. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, it's very kind word. And would you like to spread your kind word of me to other beauty queens? So they would be, they would be daring to, to be interviewed by
Yeah,
me anyway.
yeah, I'll let them know for sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you. For all the fans, I think you will know a lot of Jazz today, especially what she would love to spread. The message of anti-bullying and also what her dream and what her goal in the pageantry, which is her vying for Miss International. And for me, I already put her in some crowd shooter. I'm sure that she's going to be a very competent, okay, crowd contender. Honestly,
Thank
and
you.
keep follow Jazz to IG Jazz Dimaculang
Kulangan.
Dimaculangan. Okay, sorry
Yes,
indeed. IG Jazz Dimaculangan, please. Okay. Give her a shout out and support, and always post the very good message. Okay, encouraging, supportive. All right, and avoid of irrelevant and negative comments. Okay,
yeah,
it wouldn't give any positivity to the world anyway.
yes.
And thank you for tonight to all the fans and especially Jazz and her team, okay, and her trainer. I'm so grateful to all of you, all of collaborator to build you to become
Thank
today.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I really love your performance in swimming suit in primary. To be honest, okay. I'm not trying to please you, but I really love your performance,
Thank
especially
you.
your smile. Okay, it give me indelible impression. And
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
tonight, all
much.
the fan, and please follow KP1 Worldwide and Go Panasa IG. And I wish that Jazz, you would follow my page and IG as well. Thank
Yes.
you so much for
Thank
tonight.
you. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Bye
great
bye. See
evening.
you. ขอบคุณนะคะ
Bye. Bye
Salamat po.
bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Salamat.